Imagine you haven't had a meal for 3 days. You've been evicted from your home and most of your family are already dead, just like your friends and neighbours. You've walked for 2 days to a port in Ireland, carrying with you everything you own in a parcel under your arm and a ticket to Liverpool, where a ship will take you to New York, away from hunger, heartbreak and disease. At the crowded pier, a small paddle steamer is getting ready to sail. The people boarding are quiet, defeated, hollow-cheeked. A gentle but persistent rain falls. It is September 1847. On board the boat, the deck is crowded. There is cover only for 20 or so head of cattle, a valuable cargo which must be safely delivered. The people who crowd the deck must stand in the rain. They push and jostle to get near the smoke funnel, where it's warm. There is no value to the ship's captain in delivering them safe and well. The trip takes 36 hours. The sea is rough. Everyone is seasick. Arriving in Liverpool, they are hungry, cold, tired and soaked. For many of them, it's their first experience of life beyond their parish. But they must secure a ticket to America as quickly as they can. Most have little money, enough for the passage and maybe a few meals. They are greeted by a ruthless army of people who profit from the tidal wave of humanity breaking on their shore. They are known simply as runners, and they have devised 1,000 ways to fleece the fleeing immigrants. One local lawyer described them. Actually, I do not know how to describe it, except tearing to pieces, only they do not separate the limbs, but they pull them by the collar, take them by their arms, and generally speaking, the runners who lay hold of the boxes are pretty sure of carrying the passenger with them. British sailing ships to America were cargo ships. They sailed out to bring home cotton, timber and tobacco from North America. Taking passengers the other way was a nice earner for the shipping companies, but it wasn't their business. The ship's captains and crew despised the immigrants and feared the diseases they might carry. Captains could skimp on the food and water rations and pocket the difference. Passengers were packed into a hold below deck, sharing hastily constructed bare-board berths with 3 other people. There was no gender separation and no allowance made for single girls or children. There was no sanitation. Everyone, without exception, was seasick. Hundreds never made it to New York, and if someone you shared a berth with died, you could be stuck with them for 3 or 4 weeks until you reached New York. Suddenly, the crew opens the hold. Recoiling at the stench, the captain orders you and a few others into a small boat. He wants to avoid the ship being tied up by quarantine regulations, and you are put to shore with your parcel. Welcome to New York, and watch out, the stateside runners are waiting for you too.